Welcome back to the Vine. Don't run away because Jeff McDaniel is here and he's from
Which is what people do.
Yeah, don't run. Here he is. You came running in today, though. That's
Literally.
what we're talking about. Yeah, you came in and we
get to
put you
realistic.
right on. Yeah.
Yep.
But
about to get me.
we're talking about running today.
Okay, so probably not today and maybe not even this week, but eventually fall is going to arrive.
It's good running
cooler
weather.
Temperatures, and people start to take up things like walking, jogging, maybe a couch to 5K, running with their friends. Everybody tells us we need to run. No one ever talks about how to get ready to run. So,
Right.
for instance, we have about 30 million runners in America. 80% of them in a given year will get injured.
Oh.
So, if your kids came home and said, hey, Mom, trying out for the track team, you probably wouldn't say, oh, no, way too dangerous, and yet it has the same injury rate as football.
Oh, wow.
So what do we talk about injury-wise?
No
Plantar fasciitis, heel spurs, rolled ankles, shin splints, tendonitis, runner's knee, hip impingement, sciatica.
This is why I don't run. That just sounds very dangerous.
So high injury rate. Well, let's talk about two things. Number one, how can we create a situation where we don't get injured? We can run pain-free because we all need to be able to run away from danger. That's why I was asking you.
Yeah,
could you run away from danger in those?
Shoes on. No, not
if the
today.
building was on fire, could you save yourself?
But see, you're here to protect us today.
All right, so here's the first thing we're talking about. If I stand like this with my toes turned out and I walk like this and I jog like this, how awesome is that on my ankles and knees? Probably not so awesome.
Right.
So what happens is when we stand, most people stand like this. This weakens my arch. I get a collapsed arch. And because I start to get weakened tissues around there, my body compensates by building extra bone for stability. So now I get bone spurs. So now I've got bone spurs. I've got a collapsed arch. I start to develop plantar fasciitis, and now running hurts me. So here's a simple fix. Exactly.
Gosh.
So here's a simple fix. It's easy and everyone can do it.
Okay.
Go from duck stance to toes forward.
I'll just be pigeon-toed.
We should be able to stand toes forward, walk toes forward, squat toes forward, and run toes forward. When we start to run like this, we develop all kind of injuries.
Right.
So just the toes forward concept. Here's another thing. Like running is a series of hops. Can I just hop like this pain-free? Because think about running.
Well, my problem is I feel like I'm not pushing off the ball of my foot or my foot in the right spot. So then I overthink the way that I'm stepping and pushing off when I'm trying to run.
And the best way for that right there is try running in heels.
Okay.
Hard, right? People typically, or they get these really thick shoes and they heel strike and it starts to hurt their foot. We should be able to take our shoes off, run barefoot, pain-free, unless it's on gravel. Then it does hurt. But this right here, this toes forward, and I should be able to get up on the balls of my foot. So a quick test. This is running, right? Can I first do 30 seconds of hopping? If I can, then I progress up to doing it single leg. And if I can't do this, because what happens is single leg, this glute is what kind of controls the hip.
Right.
And if I have really weak glutes, then this knee starts to collapse in. Now suddenly I've got runner's knee,
There's so much to
ACL
think
tears.
about.
Well, so it starts with the basics. Toes forward, practice hopping, and then progress from there.
And then you said if you have some foot issues, these are all things you have around your house,
well,
like these items.
So just a forewarning, next time we're on, we're going to get out this and talk about rolling out our tissues right here. By the way, a great resource, and I get And I get zero money for this, right? A great book called Ready to Run that'll kind of break down some of this stuff.
You never thought you'd have to think about things. Running just seems so natural. Everyone just runs.
And we should be able to do it.
Things to think about. Yeah,
it does, yeah.
We don't necessarily run right.
Nobody walks right in stilettos. Trust me, I've tried. So.
Will you please wear those next week for next time you're on? All right, thank you so much, Jeff. Well,